The Chhattisgarh police have arrested 2 nuns and a man from Kerala on charges of human trafficking and religious conversion following allegations by Bajrang Dal activists. The arrests by the Chhattisgarh police were condemned by Catholic bishops, Conference of India's CBCI President Rev Andrews Thajath, who is also the Metropolitan Archbishop of Thrissur, on Monday. This has happened in a country that allows freedom of religion, so this act should be taken very seriously. The nuns were attacked by Bajrang Dal activists, and one should not forget that nuns have always stood up and worked for the upliftment of the downtrodden, Thajath said. Religious freedom must be protected and upheld, no matter who rules the country. Incidentally, in some places across the country, Christians are living in a state of fear. We have already brought this to the notice of Prime Minister Modi, he added. On Monday, Kerala legislators, except those from the BJP, raised the issue in Parliament through an urgent motion, but it was not allowed. However, Thajath thanked the MPs for their attention to the issue. For the first time in history, the Pope has appointed a nun as the head of the Vatican's main office. The 2 nuns arrested, Preeti Mary and Vandana Francis, are from the Sisters of Mary Immaculate of Assisi, a Syro-Malabar congregation in Alappuzha district. They were working at a hospital in Agra. According to reports on Saturday, the nuns and a man named Sukhman Mandavi were taking 3 women from Chhattisgarh's Naryampur district to Agra, where they were offered jobs as kitchen helpers in a convent. At the railway station, the group was confronted by Bajrang Dal workers, and police immediately reached the spot. The nuns and the man were taken into custody and later remanded in judicial custody by a local court. Relatives of the nuns expressed shock at their arrest. This should not be seen as an isolated incident, as we have been told that things are not good in some places in North India these days, the family said. The CPM State Secretariat issued a statement condemning the actions of the Chhattisgarh police and railway officials, accusing them of acting on the instructions of Bajrang Dal activists. This issue should not be seen as just a Christian issue. It is also a gross violation of the Constitution, as it is an encroachment on minority rights. People have every right not only to practice their religion but also to propagate it. Serious charges have been framed against those arrested. This is not acceptable in any way, the CPM said. Opposition leader V.D. Sathisen said he had spoken to the elderly parents of one of the nuns. This incident is not just an isolated incident, as incidents of attacks on Christian nuns and priests are increasing day by day in many states of North India. It has reached a point where Christian priests and nuns cannot even wear their official attire for fear of being attacked. This needs to end quickly, and the authorities need to do the necessary, said Sathisen. A second freedom struggle is still needed in India. Here, minority communities are being persecuted, killed, and imprisoned. Plans are being hatched to eliminate political opponents. The government is using investigative agencies like ED, CBI, etc. to humiliate and bankrupt prominent figures in the political, religious, and social spheres. The Indian economy is being looted in collaboration with corporates. Even those in the highest courts are unable to administer justice transparently. They have to choose between money, status, or bullets. They are inserting their own party members and incompetent people into the courts and passing favorable verdicts. Journalists are unable to do their journalism transparently. Hundreds of journalists, social activists, and writers have been killed in the last 10 years. Isn't all this enough for a second freedom struggle? If not, then listen. The people of the country have been enslaved with citizenship laws, the Uniform Civil Code, and laws prohibiting religious conversion. They are deceiving real Hindus by presenting pseudo-Hindutva ideologies, and they are walking around like wolves in sheep's clothing wearing saffron. The companies that export the largest amount of beef and its skins in India are in the name of those who kill for eating beef and become the guardians of the cow. The demonetization of 2016 led to the instability of the Indian economy. The BJP became the largest corporate. The GDP rate fell from 12% to 8%. In his budget speech after demonetization in 2017, the then Finance Minister Arun Jaitley gave the first indications that the cash deposits not included in the demonetization had not been removed on a large scale. They came to power in states including Gujarat by committing loot, killings, and riots. They have infiltrated and created discord among various communities and Christian sects in India and made political gains. Even when there is no possibility of coming to power, by subverting the entire cultural, social, and political sectors of the country, influencing or threatening the media, or saying that they will come to power through exit polls is treason. Coming to power through EVM irregularities with the feeling of an anti-Congress India, or bringing non-Congress governments to power through EVM irregularities is treason. Although India became independent in 1947, those who did not achieve independence are leading India towards slavery. If we shouted "Quit India" against the British then, today we will have to shout "Quit India" once again against the forces that are leading India towards slavery. If the first freedom struggle was against the occupying powers, the second freedom struggle will be against the indigenous forces.